Hello, fellow wannabe showrunners, and welcome to another Wannabe Showrunners Thursday Night Writers Block. I'm, of course, Scott, and I'm here with Ty.
Hey, how's it going, Scott?
Not bad, not bad. So, what are we doing today?
I don't know. I think we're coming in fresh, unless you want to go back to an old idea.
No, I think fresh.
Okay, we're coming in fresh. I
thought this was definitely fresh. That's why I just called the Thursday Night Writers Block. We're not doing anything special. We're not doing Stalled Kansas again, because that's been scary.
It was hard. It was difficult.
No, it's not that it's
difficult.
difficult.
Yeah, it keeps on.
No, it keeps scary
There's
stuff.
like a curse associated with that, for sure. For sure. Every time we talk
I think
about
maybe
Stalled Kansas.
there's a story in that.
Oh, that's a good point.
Ooh.
Maybe that's where we pull it out. Maybe it's a full, like one of those unfriended type of videos where it's fully like, oh, two podcasters as they try and do a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And they can't, like, really... But it's more just, no, they're trying to write this, like, do this whole entire show on...
Yeah. And every
Stalling.
time stuff starts happening.
Exactly.
Dogs start barking. There's a loud window noise. Oh my goodness, terrible. I especially am terrified. I don't even want to talk about this.
Okay, so what are we gonna do today?
So you don't have anything?
I got nothing.
Okay, we have a viewer suggestion we could talk about.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have that in there. But, like, I feel like we come in...
I'll come out and say, Happy Man Riley, viewer suggested that we incorporate a skipping rope somehow, a jump rope. So I don't know if we're gonna start from jump rope and work our way out, but I think we're gonna find a place for a jump rope in there somewhere.
Totally.
Okay. So.
But that's the thing, is I'm not sure what to do today. I feel like we do something new. I was kind of thinking we refresh an old IP. Like, not our old IP, but, like, we've had... I don't want to do this, but you've had an idea, and we both then went completely different routes with it, with Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah. Oh, old IP.
Yeah, I think we talk on an old IP and try to, like, refresh it. Or, like, we don't have to, like... We don't have to specifically go with that IP, but somewhere in that IP's world as well as another...
Okay, so that's interesting.
Option.
So it's got to be something we kind of know pretty well.
Yeah.
In order
It just doesn't even have to be, like, as I said, if we go with something on the outskirts, like, you and I were both talking, like, doing something with, like, the... Oh, what was it? Like... Well, and even I guess this gets kind of done a lot more. Of instead of doing King Arthur, you do the Knights of the Round Table.
Okay, yeah.
Instead of doing like you do a story on the side.
I'm always a big King Arthur fan. I don't know,
but I don't want to do King Arthur. King Arthur is overdone.
It definitely
it's
is.
Kill. You were mentioning earlier today Jeanne d'Arc because we were listening to a song. But I feel like that was too.
Yeah, and that's
it's not. I think it would be a killer, but we have to remember that this is a real person.
That's the problem.
And it's not that like she has family that would necessarily care about it, but it's just I feel like her soul and spirit would be really like. And if we want to talk about curses, that's a curse on us
for sure. What if we took it way back? If we're talking about historical people. And did kind of like a steampunk Galileo, or like like even back to Socrates because he had to drink hemlock. Maybe there's a story there, like.
But you want to do like modernize it? Like
I was kind of where I was
going with was doing a modern time theme.
So that would be difficult to do because they discovered unless we were gonna have them discover a new law of physics or something. That would be so maybe not that. Okay, so we're gonna take something from the past and update it to now.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, no, but I like that idea. We can definitely work with that. Is there a thing maybe with 1001 Arabian Nights?
I feel like that's gotten done so much as well. Like. You've got like stories on like Jafar and all that. You've got
Jafar is not in 1001 Arabian Nights.
I don't know. I just know Aladdin.
It's a very different. In that he has rings instead of a lamp, and there's a lot of different rings.
I just know what Disney shoves down my face.
Yeah,
and I appreciated Disney.
Okay. The problem is anything that we know well enough to do is something that gets done a lot. right? That's
No. No, I feel like I don't want to mention it necessarily on the stream is my problem, because that's an idea that we've had coming in prior, and I don't like mentioning ideas prior
okay.
because there's some attachment to it.
Okay.
But like, I do feel like there is some IPs that we can work with that we know a little bit or have had an idea of, or we can change and make our own. And I'm still thinking of, because you know which one what I'm talking about.
I don't really.
Can I say it then?
Yeah.
Okay, Merryman.
Oh yeah, that one though. Like Robin Hood is probably done more than the rest.
But not. It's side stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the thing, is it's more I'm trying to think of an IP that we can do like that.
Okay.
Because I think that was, I don't want to, unless you want to run that idea right now.
I definitely am down for it.
Like
it's not new, so, but I'm not.
But both of us have had completely different, the only thing I like about it is both of us have two completely different shows on this premise.
Yeah.
My show is like completely different. How I saw this show was completely different than how you saw it.
It's true.
So, like, I think, and we have never written this down. I think we could do this.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
So
I think we got it. We're not. Maybe I'm attached to it, but who cares? Maybe Ty's attached to it too. I don't know.
I like it, but I'm not so worried. I feel like the stream, like, this will open the curtains a little bit, but Scott's worried about our own IP and getting our ideas out there. I find that, like, just the fact that we're doing the stream at least is saying that, oh, we have this idea. It's probably safer this way. So,
Okay.
Tell us your take on Merryman. So it's a modern day take on the story of Robin Hood.
Right. Now, you've got these, like, the Merry Men are like a group of hackers.
Okay.
And like, it's really, I guess the problem is, now that I'm thinking about this, we're playing something that's really in this field. This is Watch Dogs Legion.
I think
Like,
there's a way to do it.
Oh, no,
that's
I
in that,
understand. But like, I just mean, this is about like building up a community and going all the way to like achieve your goals. And they have to be closer to Anonymous than not.
Right.
Like the hacker group Anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
I do see this as like a 45-minute. So for format, I see this as like a 45-minute drama.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say no. Yeah, agreed.
Like, this is like your. I want to say it's like NCIS. But I've never seen NCIS, and I have no idea of anybody who's seen an NCIS or knows what it's about. I just know that it's Jag.
Yeah.
And I kind of remember Jag.
Okay.
I remember of it.
You remember of it? Okay. It's one of those letter shows.
Yeah.
So you want to fully serialize that, or like not serialized, episodic. You want to do it like a case of the week type of.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I think that really is where you start to lose me for this whole.
Not necessarily. I just, like, I could sell it as that.
Okay.
I'm not against the idea of it being an episodic if it means getting the idea sold and making more money.
Okay.
Sell it.
Yeah, seriously. Well, we do want to be showrunners, so okay. 42-minute episodic.
Doesn't that say a lot, though, about the naval crime scenes? Like, that they have to have their own thing?
That's true.
Like,
well, there's army cops, right? There's military police.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's Air Force police. It must be.
Time police.
Space Force Police.
Space Force. That'll be sick.
That would be a take on that, where because we don't have a good Space Force show yet.
No.
Episodic.
Never will.
About a hacker collective. To me, I don't like it as much as a episodic thing. To me, I definitely like it more as a prestige drama where it's like 8 episodes a week or 8 episodes a season or whatever, and it's like it's about building up. It's about like a community, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I see it more gritty, but as I said, I'm not opposed to selling it as a episodic if it's what like gets it sold. But I do think we write it more as a.
Yeah, I think we're pitching this to HBO.
Yeah.
I think that's like yeah. About a hacker collective who robs from the rich and gives to the poor. Okay, so what sets this apart besides it being digital hacker stuff?
They wear green suits. No.
Okay.
I guess I don't know. Well, first off, we'd have our characters who would all like. This isn't about Robin Hood.
Right.
Is the key thing. Robin Hood's not like. Robin Hood could be like some completely other thing.
Right.
Like an ideology or something like that they're all trying to achieve, like Guy Fawkes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, is Guy Fawkes real?
Yeah, of course.
Is he real?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was the guy who was in the
But
gunpowder plot.
What?
He was in the gunpowder plot. He was the guy who tried to blow up Parliament.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Guy Fawkes Night.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't think he was actually a real guy. I thought it was like what they called, what's it called? Wow, see, I'm blanking out.
So, I kind of feel like our pitches aren't that different because I feel like you're just kind of remembering where we ended up with the pitch that I initially talked about. Here's how I pitch this idea. Here's how I'd build this idea. There's a specific Robin Hood legend that I had read about a guy named Alan Bland.
Okay.
And it was kind of just like a nobody who was walking in the forest. And I can't remember how he gets into a fight with Robin Hood, but he gets into a fight with Robin Hood. And he beats him. And then something happens. He gets away. They go their separate ways. And when they see him again, Robin Hood is going to beat him up or something. And then Little John's that guy's cousin. He's like, wait. And he joins them. But he was just like a no, but... And that's kind of how I was picturing it. Was like, we focus in, we have a protagonist.
Okay.
And it's just like one of the Lost Boys, one of the Merry Men who...
We could do Lost Boys.
We could do Lost Boys.
That hasn't been touched really, but I feel like that's kind of... I don't want to do kids.
Yeah, I also read a book called Lost Boy that did really touch on it.
Yeah,
so
I don't want to be.
Go in clean.
Yeah, I don't want to be doing kids.
Yeah. Anyways, so we go in like a regular guy. How I was pitching it was to kind of modernize it. Was he had like an internet cafe / like a cafe. Well, I think I initially had it as an escape room place because the whole idea was that they would have the ability to solve problems and that kind of stuff. But either way, it doesn't have to be that. Like he has like an internet cafe probably, that kind of idea. And something happens that brings him into contact with Robin Hood. And Robin Hood is probably the name of the group of all the Merry Men. No, I guess it needs to be called Merry Men.
No, I think Robin Hood is like a legend.
Mm-hmm. I
think Robin Hood is like somebody, like a famous person who ended up going down.
Maybe it's an AI.
But I want him to be like an ideology.
Yeah.
That's why I asked, is like Guy Fawkes real? I don't want him to, like, he could be a real person, But I don't want him to be around the world. Like, I want him to, if he is a real person, he's dead.
Okay.
Like, he's already died. He's a legend. He's like, there's stories to tell, but he can't back his stories up type thing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's a thing where we're following one guy who's not sure, and then he gets into it, and then he joins. Like, and that's how we kind of tell that we build up the story from there, of like it's a recruitment story. We don't jump over to the other people right away.
But they're criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's he has to be struggling with doing an evil thing for the good, like the better.
Yeah, I don't know if it's evil, but it's illegal.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't want it to just be robbing from the rich.
Okay.
But I want it to be like taking like having a ship plug up a canal.
Okay.
For example, like I want to have where like they hack a ship and they like shut it down.
I worry
or something
that
like that.
I worry that though the farther we move away, like why is it Robin Hood then?
Because no, it is robbing from it is still robbing from the rich. It's still like doing corporation warfare.
Got it.
But I don't want it to just be robbing from the rich. I don't want it just to be like petty little. I want it to be big buildups. Like all these little things seem chaotic, but they all come in to crumble down.
Yeah, really, what we're building is, and we really need to watch it. But I'm realizing is Mr. Robot.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of what it is. It's like, oh, there's an overlord corporation. He's a hacker. There's questions about. Okay. Through spoilers, warnings for Mr. Robot coming. 3, 2, 1. What if, like, it could also be that Robin Hood just doesn't exist, but he's like a Tyler Durden.
I was thinking something like that too.
It's too much Mr. Robot. That is my worry.
Oh, is that what happens? No, I want him to. Okay, then we have him be real. We have him be like Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk, where he's a legend. He died doing something.
And our guy still sees his ghost?
No, we don't have to have that part.
Okay.
No,
that's really the main part.
But no, we just have to where he died and becomes a legend, and all the people like pray. Like there's like two different worlds that like people who praise him or people who like hate him and think he's like super evil.
Yeah.
I think the group is called the Merry Men.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I think the group is still called the Merry Men. I think
is a thing where there's like arrows sticking out.
The only problem I have with Merry Men,
lean in.
Yeah, the only problem I have with the Merry Men is that it is gendered, and I feel like in today's day we don't want to necessarily go to gender.
But maybe
am I too crazy on that one? Is that me being a little trying to be too woke on this?
Is X-Men still like?
It's not about that.
They're definitely not all men.
Yes.
What, they are?
No. That's exactly it. They're definitely not all men.
Yeah, like Maid Marian is like a thing, right? Like even in the mythos, there's women in the band.
Yeah.
What about Lady Cluck?
Yeah, no, I'm not like. I was just trying to like make sure we're covering all our bases here.
Yeah, I think the X-Men is still a thing. I think there's like a.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Characters. I think we have Little John come in at the last episode.
Strong agree. I kind of think that Little John is probably
and
it's a customer at his business.
But he is our true link to the real Robin Hood.
Yeah, but I think that's what it is. I think Little John is in the whole time, but he's not in his persona of Little John. He's just like lie, because I think this is really important. This is an important
Big Bear 42.
I feel like it's like an important.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Yeah. I feel like it's an important thing to have of Little John. Well, in the myth, he's the cousin of the guy, so I think there's a good connection there. Also, that's what I was gonna say. Also, I think that the hacking, like a trope of hacking, is that like people are sitting at their computers and kind of like da 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 da. But the actual way they say it's done is like social engineering, where it's like, hey, you know, I have a room booked, trying to get this information. It's a lot of that, right? And that's what it's more fun to see anyways.
There's also a lot of stuff where you have to get close to the person as well.
Exactly.
And all that.
That's how it kind of works, right? We're building out con man a little bit.
Hi.
Wow. Okay. So there's like a chance for a good reveal there.
Yeah. I think it's I think we never see Little John in the community.
Exactly.
We only see Little John because Little John isn't in the community anymore. We just see Little John as like the person who's like telling, because I picture Little John to be like in his like 60s, 70s type thing.
What? Really?
Yeah.
No. Why?
What? Because he's like, we're talking like this has been like 20 years after Robin Hood time.
Okay.
We're talking like when Robin Hood was at his peak and like had his moment. That was like 20 years ago.
So when is this set? Is this set now or is this set in the future?
Now.
Why don't we just make Robin Hood like 5 years in the past?
Okay.
That's when like.
Sure.
In our real world.
But like 20 years ago wasn't so.
In 2000.
2000 there was a lot of like. And there would have been the pioneer, like that would have been the pioneer hackers at that time too.
That's true.
That's where I'm kind of thinking. I'm trying to date it around that point.
I was trying to put it around like...
He was like he was one of the big, they didn't want to say, but Y2K was really him.
Could be that. Yeah, okay.
And they we can have like a whole like second season like as a prequel type thing going back and doing the Y2K
type that's thing. Actually pretty good. I like that. But because he could also have faked his death. Like,
yeah.
Big, like...
Robin Hood is like the master of disguise in that type of thing as well.
Exactly. I feel like we should leave that door open.
He is turtle enough for the
Let's make him like then 45. Why was he 40? Why was he 50 in 2000 hacking?
No, it's true. It's true. I was really dating it more.
Yeah.
But no, and yeah, he could be like they could have been in their 20s then, and now
they probably were, right?
Yeah. Now they're in their 40s.
Yeah, or early 50s, that kind of like zone.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
It's just the whole point is that Little John is now living off like he has to live off the grid, so that's why he's not even in the like system anymore. That's why he like you see him like he's trying to recruit Alan.
I don't think he's trying to recruit. I think we want to have a big reveal where like, oh, is it his? It's got to be someone who he's close to. It can't be someone he's just met. It should be, in my mind, someone who's like, who we're seeing every episode, like his business partner, and someone who's like in his ear, like kind of saying the right thing at the right time. But like that in my mind, it's like we have to be telling a story in his real life, and like it's
I like the internet cafe.
Yeah,
the internet cafe gives a reason for why this person would be there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's not like an internet cafe because those are kind of dated too. I think it's like a food hall of today.
There's those like, although with COVID and that, but like take that out of the picture. There's like those gaming cafe.
Oh,
type
that's
things
true. Okay.
Where like people come and set their computers up and have big LAN. Like that's becoming bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I've seen like a few of those pop up now.
That's true.
Yeah, and that could be like they could be running like esport. He could be running like an esport type thing.
Yep. Okay. But yeah, I think he probably it's big enough. I think he has like like a club. He probably plays like music. Like I want it to feel like a place you want to go. I want it to feel like a home. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah. What if one of the Merry Men is like the superstar esport player?
yeah,
I don't know, like any esport players, but like,
yeah.
and we don't have to have it real. But like, if you could have a real one, that'd be sick.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe, like probably could if you got this picked up at the right place. Okay.
That's getting crazy, esports. Did you hear about Toronto?
No.
They're building like a massive esports arena in the city.
Oh
It
wow.
looks gorgeous.
Awesome.
Just a little extra information beside that's a little off topic.
It's pretty on topic.
Okay, so what are we looking for?
Looking for a person to make it.
To make what?
Here's Arthur Abland. He only appears in the one Robin Hood ballad, Robin and the Tanner. He's an accepted poacher who bests Robin in a fight and joins the band. That's kind of the story. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Because I think he's like our character's like a Catwoman through most of the first season. I don't think he's fully with the Merry Man yet. Is my thinking.
Whoever made Marion is her.
Esports player?
Yeah.
Now is she old? Because she would be.
Okay, what if she's a coach?
Okay.
What if she's like a coach?
Yeah, because that would make sense. Because like it's her and Little John and Robin were probably the three at the time, right? And maybe Friar Tuck.
Right. Unless Robin liked them young.
What? No, it's gotta have been.
We're talking 20 still.
Yeah, they're in the story.
I'm still on my whole entire. He's 16.
Okay. Made Marion, and we gotta obviously change their names or like spruce them up somehow.
I think these are just.
Now she was the princess, right? Let's talk about how that actually plays, how that lines up with the thing.
Oh, she was just like, if we can get the rights to it and all that, she was Princess Peach.
She was like the voice of
No, she just was like,
a cosplayer.
but like famous cosplayer who went to all the.
Was that a thing in 2000?
There was definitely like Princess, like Nintendo fests and all that type of stuff at that time.
Oh, okay.
In 2000, yeah, she could have been like the. I don't know. I feel like that might be.
Yeah, I feel like it should be something more. Like,
I felt like it was video game. Like she. What if she was like the?
No, she's got to be like a corporate heiress. Like we got to think about how this is actually like thematically connecting.
What if she was like the daughter to like the head of like a video game console or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
And it explains why she went and stayed in the video game type industry. But,
Right, but it's not video games. Is it?
Could be a
Computers?
software company. Could be like,
Oh, I watched this just to change the topic. I watched this documentary on John McAfee.
yeah, McAfee.
And he went a little bit crazy, and went like he probably killed someone.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but he definitely went on the run to like the jungles and stuff. What if that's our Robin Hood thing? Like when he comes back, he's a little crazy. He's been on the run and like now he's back and he has all that kind of stuff, but he's a little crazy.
What could we call it?
What?
The company.
Oh, Windsor. Lionhead.
Lionhead.
That can't be Lionhead because that's a thing, but it's something about that. Because it's Richard the Lionheart.
The Lionheart.
Yeah.
Why don't you just call it Lionheart?
Yeah. The daughter of the president of Games. So here's the thing. The president of Lionheart Games went away to make Crusader Kings 2. And then while he's gone, his brother comes in.
No, he obviously went on one of those like cleansing retreats.
No, he had to. He was probably killed.
What? When he comes back?
He can't come back in this though. When he comes back, that's the end.
Um.
Right? When he comes back, that's kind of the happy ending. Prince Richard is deposed and that kind of
So
stuff.
we Mufasa him?
Yeah, we kind of have. I kind of think that he dies. Or did he come back and he was just as bad? That's what it is.
I think he came back and he was just.
And he was just as bad. That's it. Back then, they all did the stuff to take down her uncle, who was the co-head of Lionheart Games, and like, oh, he wanted to bring in like a.
Lion and Heart Productions.
That would be good. Lion and Heart.
Ah, I like that, and we could be the two brothers type thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, the Lion and the Heart.
Yeah. Oh. And that's the thing is they took down the lion.
Because that's our season 2, right?
Yeah, they take down the lion.
No, they take down the heart.
No, they take down the lion.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
And they think that they're getting the heart is going to be better.
Yeah.
But the heart is.
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you very much.
Why do they have different last names? They're two. Maybe they're not. Actually
No,
two
they're
brothers.
not. I guess this could be their.
They're not actually brothers. I think in this one, right?
I think their last name is Lionheart, but the fact like they thought there was a cool little whimsical thing to name it.
Makes sense. And so that's what happened. This is really our season 2 we're breaking down.
And they've always played like they know who like what they are. They know one's always been like good cop bad cop type thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then yeah, exactly. So they take him down. Then whoever comes back, they're disillusioned, and that's why they all broke up. And now it's like a new band that's getting together in kind of the name of this that happened 20 odd years ago. And Little John is secretly behind it, but they don't know it. But he's in our guy's internet cafe. He's in his life, saying the right things at the right time to get him to think about the right stuff. Okay, I'm on it.
Okay, so now we would have to.
We have to flesh out who our current day Merry Men are.
Okay, then go back to.
Well, I think Marion's with them probably now. Like, she's probably their link to the past. We need Will Scarlet. He's the most...
Yes, Will Scarlet was obviously going to be one.
Yeah. Okay, what's his deal?
Another early... No, but he's an early companion. I feel like Will Scarlet is our person who's the leader now.
Okay.
He's running the whole
Yeah,
entire
he's
thing.
the last most famous one that we haven't dealt with yet.
Exactly. So Will Scarlet is the one who's leading the whole entire thing.
Okay.
He's the one who's recruiting.
Right.
And it's always in red letters.
Yeah.
Or scarlet letters.
Exactly.
I don't think that's what it is, though.
Do we build out so what's his character like? Is he too harsh? Is he... We've got to have the current Merry Men piss off Alan Dale right away. Alan Bland, sorry.
No, but Alan Dale is could...
Yeah,
Alan
Alan
Dale...
Dale...
Arthur Bland.
Arthur Bland, sorry. I got that wrong there.
Oh. Alan Bland.
So that's who we really want to put in. We want to have it be Alan Dale and also Friar Tuck. Those are the 3 most famous Merry Men. Right? Those got to be our modern day ones.
Friar Tuck is just a position.
Yeah. No, Friar Tuck, the whole thing is a position?
Yeah. Like, I feel like somebody else... Like, our Friar Tuck that we have is Friar Tuck 2.0. No?
Okay.
Maybe he's, like, partly the AI or something like that?
It does make sense. I don't want to have an AI in.
Okay, no AI.
I feel like I've come around to the AI overcomplicates this story.
Okay.
But definitely the friar could be the position. But what it like, it's not obviously it's not a priest. To me, it's like, oh, are they playing Dungeons and Dragons and he's a cleric? But that's not really good. Why would you call something friar?
Because he fries the system.
Okay.
He's able to overheat. Like his type of hacking type skills is to overheat like people's things, and shuts it down that way. But the problem is that's like very nuclear, because it'll destroy any of the data and all that type of stuff as well.
Okay.
Because he's known to his whole entire thing is he's known to have caught a bunch of servers on fire. Because there was a server that caught on fire that deals with like Rust or something like that, the video game Rust.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, caught on fire like 2 weeks ago or something like that, and put a whole thing saying we lost a lot of information.
Yikes.
Yep. Keeper of secrets.
Yeah, that feels more like what Friar Tuck was in the legend. Friar, because it's like a frying, feels easy.
I know. I was South Parking it.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk of Alan O'Dale.
Okay.
Alan. This is like a musician of some sort.
Yes, a minstrel. This is what they put down there. I kid you not.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's a minstrel. A bard.
A roving minstrel.
Mm-hmm. Medieval European entertainer. But,
musician, juggler, singer, or fool.
Yeah. Oh, is it a stand-up comedian, maybe?
Ooh.
Because it's easy to make him a musician. Gives him a personality, because he could always be kind of cracking jokes.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be that. But...
No, but it just could be like I know it would never happen, but somebody like Donald Glover.
Well, yeah.
Just like but like a multi-talented, like he could be like our actor or like any.
We keep on casting Bo Burnham in our stuff.
Yeah. But seriously, like that level of somebody.
He's too old, but we'll get Weird Al to do it. Okay, a music. So like a YouTube. Even more.
A YouTuber, yeah.
A YouTube music comedian. La Bo. Is that how you do it?
Yeah, Bo Burnham. For show, yo.
Is always cracking wise. Bam! We found our Chandler.
Okay. Now, Friar Tuck.
So, he's Tucker. Is he younger than everyone else? Could that be part of it?
Well, what if that's it? What if it is the same Friar Tuck?
Okay.
And it is like he was a savant or something like that, like a child, like prodigy.
Okay.
And now he's no longer. Now he's like at around like the age, like he was like 10 when he started with them.
What if he's still a priest? What if his username is Friar Tuck, and it's just a thing of, oh, I didn't really think you would actually be a priest, and it's just like we've always had our problem. You know what I mean? Like, what if it just truly is directly Friar Tuck out of the myth, put directly into our story, but not like at a monastery or something, but like he runs like because we wanted to build out a world, right? And it's like he runs like an inner city kind of like church where kind of people like drunks come in and like he just you know what I mean, like.
Yeah. But the big thing is that's like he gets a lot of corporate people that would come into it because it's inner city.
Yeah.
And that's where you can get some like juicy stuff that.
Yeah.
Like that he uses for.
Or he never gets any corporate people to come in, even though he's surrounded by it. And he's like, it just goes to show, bums will come in, like anything will come in, but none of these corporate people will come in. But then he does weddings, and then that's where he gets his like, oh, people tell you anything before their wedding.
Oh, well, I can see that. But I like this keeper of the secrets. Is that he knows all the secrets of.
Yeah, because he's been around.
Yeah.
He married Robin and Marion. Like he's kind of like, because I think obviously we don't see Rob, like Lil Jon is in our story, but he's not in the chat room or whatever.
Right.
I think Marion gets held way off. Right. I think like in my mind she's just Princess Leia now. She's just fully Princess Leia in the new Star Wars movies. Where like she's a general, but she's kind of too important for what they're up to. And then like Will's the like brash, hot-headed leader. Alan's the comic relief, and Friar Tuck's kind of the heart of the organization.
Perfect.
His username is Friar Tuck, but not his real name. Okay.
No, but it has to be still something pretty damn close. Has to be like Father Tucker.
Okay. Modern day leader, brash, hot-headed. He is the comic relief. Likes to cut tension. That's definitely what we gotta use. Heads-up display. Yeah. That the whole thing is the hood, right? Is the whole thing like the chat room they're using, the whole thing is like, oh, it's their Hi Judy app.
I could see that. Yeah. And like it's all in commemoration to him. Like, as I said, we're trying to make.
But he never actually wore a hood, right? Like,
no, we're just trying to make Robin Hood a legend.
Yeah.
In the story.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, anything we can do that makes him more makes him seem more like a legend in this story, I'm down with. So if they want to immortalize him by making this app, that's probably what they would do.
Yeah. And we will, I think, what is it? I think we're gonna, if it's okay with you, I think we will make it Y2K was, like, in this world, Y2K was, like, they know it was a thwarted attempt by the terrorists. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're gonna, like, we'll report on it like it is. It's not just that, Y2K and then they don't know that, oh, Robin Hood almost won. It's like, no. You know what I'm trying to say,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
No, like, I want it to really be that they think Robin Hood almost won, but Robin Hood never really stood a chance.
Yeah, well, it's
at that time.
It really ties back into what you were talking about of Guy Fawkes, right? We remember him because he almost blew up Parliament.
Yeah.
It's like the same deal. It's like 20 years ago, Y2K almost took down the. But when we do our flashback, oh, that was actually just a distraction, and actually they were trying to.
Yeah.
An ordinary business owner who is recruited into the organization after he beats the Merry Men. Customer at Alan's business or a person in his life. Made Marion, she's an East Bush. Yeah. Okay, I think that's our characters.
Okay. Wait, do we want to have... We don't have any of the evil characters,
oh, yeah.
Though.
Okay.
We don't have to have, like, I feel like we need to have who their villain is, which I think it's Richard Lionheart.
Is that a spoiler?
No, but just for, like, I feel like...
I feel like that's a mini-boss. I feel like we need to put him a mini-boss in the first season so that in the second season they can take down Richard Lionheart after we reveal that he's the actual villain. I feel like we want a Sheriff of Nottingham character.
Okay, yeah. Sheriff of Nottingham then. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Internet police.
Is the internet police? It's gotta be a corporate thing.
Still. Yeah, no, I know. I'm not like.
Oh yeah. So
that's. I'm just like spitballing what type of things that we can have.
Is right.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on, maybe. But yeah, Sheriff of Nottingham.
Is it? I know I said Robin was based on John McAfee, but maybe that's actually who it is. Maybe it's like an antivirus guy.
Okay.
And because antiviruses are kind of known to like create problems and then solve them, right?
Yes.
Like
Not solve them and then.
right, like they'll create a virus and then release the patch to stop it as like a maybe I'm getting sued for this, but
I know there's definitely been. It's more because they want, like, they're encouraging their staff to come up with stuff so that they can try to stay one ahead of everybody else. That's what the whole entire point is. It's
Right.
not. They're not actually creating these viruses to be malicious. They're creating these viruses so that other people aren't creating them first.
But here's my thinking. John McAfee, I'm gonna stop saying his name because I'm gonna get sued by basing this character off of him. But this is a guy. He's an antivirus creator. He's one of the first antivirus creators, which meant he was tangling with hackers back in 2000. Then he went away and became like the king of his own nation or whatever. And then now he's back and trying to pass himself off as a businessman 20 years later. Could that be the thing? Could that be like so he's an ancient someone. He's someone who actually tangled with Robin Hood back in the day. And now he's back and trying to restart his company. And that could be a good villain. That could be a good, I could picture that. It's like, the guy who plays Hellboy. And he's really got a big tan. He's kind of doing big fake laughs. And you know what I mean? Like
Ron Perlman?
It's Ron Perlman. He's wearing thick dark glasses and cheap, not cheap, but gray, sleek suits.
Okay.
And he's kind of over the top. He's just a douche in that kind of way. And, yeah, and so he that's the thing. He's got his hair slicked.
I can see Ron Perlman as this character.
I really see Ron Perlman in my head as this character. And that's the thing. He comes into this internet cafe. He brushes shoulders. And he's kind of being a pig. And that's how that's kind of our inciting incident. And that's how he can be our first season villain as well. Because the merry, while...
Well, what is it that he does? He just is trying to stop them with the antivirus?
Back in the day, he did an antivirus. Now he's doing a corporate consultations.
Okay.
He's the legend. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I mean? He presents himself
so
as a legend.
he's trying. So we're trying to see him as a legend for the corporate world, like how Robin Hood is.
There literally is Nottingham antivirus is the antivirus that we use.
Yeah.
And that's the thing of
Okay, I like that Nottingham antivirus. That has a good ring to it.
Yeah, exactly. It also could be a British actor who then has named it after his home.
Okay.
But either way, it's not. Yeah, so it's Nottingham antivirus, and so that's the thing. He's wait, you haven't heard of me? I'm the goddamn sheriff of Nottingham. You know what I mean? Truly that of. And so he's big timing everyone, and that's and he's doing corporate consultations, and he kind of lets something slip, right? He's probably drinking because again, I want this to be an internet cafe. I want to put an emphasis on the cafe here, and so he's kind of drunk, and he lets something slip, and it's just Arthur is oh, maybe we'll oh, I shouldn't, but and then maybe Little John, who we don't know as Little John, is if I was there, if it was me, and I could do something, maybe I would. And then so and then while he's doing that, he brushes with Merry Men. But Merry Men are a terrorists, basically.
Right.
And so he's after them.
Right.
But eventually, obviously, he joins that. But that's our inciting, you know what I mean? That's our pilot.
Right.
What do you think?
I'm all for it.
Okay.
Rich douche.
That's what I'm really in the pilot.
Yep.
Arthur is a simple internet cafe owner who worked in IT, but now has retired from the corporate life to be his own boss. Lil Jon's the chef. I wanted to have a chef. I wanted it to really feel like, oh, that kind of stuff. But I wanted him to be around all the time.
So you mean like the baker then? Because they wouldn't have a chef. They would have a baker at the internet cafe.
But that's what I wanted to feel like, a board game cafe.
Yeah, I feel like it would be more of a baker. It's more pastries and stuff like that, is it not?
I was thinking like charcuterie and yeah, like fancy like reduction. You know what I mean? Like,
So you want this to be like high end?
Yeah, but not so. I guess, yeah.
Because that's the thing. Are they like?
No, that's right.
No. I like that. Because essentially, he's like, you essentially are stealing from the rich.
But the original,
like, you charge $50 for a glass of beer. And like, just his prices are so like, and that is the whole thing, is he's like overpriced like everything, and it's all like high end stuff.
Yeah. But then here's my problem: is the original pitch of this, that was kind of the idea. Yeah, Red Lotus suggests we always call him LJ. I feel like Reddit is going to figure that out in like 2 seconds. I want to, but I do feel like I want this to be hidden more than that. And we still have to work against Reddit.
That's why I even felt like Big Bear was.
Yeah,
like,
I
much.
think his online name is just John, probably.
No, I feel like that's too.
But no, his online name. Like, that's the thing. It's like we dropped a little. He's John, all lowercase, and then it's a thing of John's the most common name in the world. I just, you know what I mean? Like, I think he does a really good job of hiding. I think this guy also. Yeah. But okay. But the problem with it is I still wanted it to be a place where like community could get together too. And then we lose that. But maybe that's fine.
No, maybe that's the thing. Is he slowly starts.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Starts to become more community based.
Yeah. That's definitely the thing. Because I think then also we have the esports team practicing in there, but then his rates are high for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. One has
like, I think Maid Marian should be also kind of like a philanthropist.
Yeah, definitely, you're right. Definitely. He's a rich clientele who and he openly not to their face, but he despises them. We spend some time establishing that he is not super satisfied with this life, even though he is now his own boss. One of the clients is especially obnoxious. He is his last name Nottingham or no? That's too much, probably, right?
I'm not against it.
It makes sense that way. Like, again, in my analogy where I've said it's like McAfee, that's that guy's last name.
Yeah, I think it would be Nottingham. Because the sheriff of Nottingham's last name wasn't Nottingham.
No.
And we are supposed to make enough hints that this is.
Oh, I don't think that's a mystery. I think as soon as we see him, we know he's a villain.
No, not that.
Oh.
We're making enough hints that this is Robin Hood universe. Like, this is not going to be hidden that this is the Robin Hood universe.
The show's called Merryman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't see why we can't call his last name Nottingham.
For sure.
But we got to wrap this up anyways.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we're at the end here.
Okay, well, I want to finish this first episode right down. He is Joe. First name Nottingham. And the little icon, I'm going to put this in the cookie jar. The Nottingham icon is a sheriff's badge. In the flashbacks, he is doing really cheesy Sheriff of Nottingham ads.
Okay, yeah.
But that's only in season 2 when we're in the 9th.
Yeah.
I love that, by the way, of season 2. I want to write this whole show. We might be coming back to this for a while.
No, this is going to be, I'm at the point where this is going to be our Thursdays for a little bit.
Yeah. His first name, Nottingham.
Because I want to get back to rural fantasy or alpha or whatever we're calling it.
Too drunk and the bartender tries to cut him off. He big times him. Do you know who I am? When he leaves his phone behind, Arthur is tempted to break in and do some good. We still haven't figured out what Little John... Oh, the chef encourages him to do so.
Yeah, I think we've established that he's going to be the chef.
Right.
Because wasn't Little John a cook?
He could be, right? It feels like it fits.
I feel like he was a cook.
Maybe the Disney one.
I know this is boring right now, but I feel like he was a cook. But I don't see anything, so...
Again, I feel like this is, at least in the Disney one, he's making soup or something. Anyways, so...
Ooh. We call him Fox, Foxx, and nod to Jamie Foxx.
I really like that. I in my mind, the character was kind of Jamie Foxx, and I haven't seen that Robin Hood, and I didn't know that, so that works really well. While
and it's also like Guy Fawkes type thing, like that's a nod to Guy Fawkes.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Fox. Okay.
But it's still Little John.
Yeah, when he shows up online, his username is John. Like all lowercase like that.
Where we do go every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But I will be posting on Facebook every Monday, Wednesday, and every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Why do I keep saying Wednesday?
I did it earlier today when we were trying to cut the ad, so...
It's because we used to stream those days.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. He's doing cheesy sheriff... Oh, wait, no. While he is breaking into... While he is doing whatever he's doing... Arthur crosses paths with the infamous terrorist. Everyone's gonna be like, what? They're actually good guys? Merryman. He loses the trail, but now is trying to bring down... End of episode 1. And this is the end of episode 1 about Merryman.
Yeah. I'm liking this.
Me too. I'm really attached to this idea so far.
I think this was a good idea to do for Thursday, and I see us doing this story every Thursday. We, of course, are going to be going back to Alpha on Saturday morning. We usually stream at around 11 o'clock-ish on Saturday mornings. And of course, join us for our Mad Hatter on Mondays, where we dip into our Mad Hat and come up with crazy ideas with a bunch of restrictions, just like executives would give to us.
Exactly. What was the one from this week?
Oh, what did we do this week? It was.
It was
I even put it in the
a
thing.
prequel that we pitched for CBC.
Yeah.
With William Jackson Harper from The Good Place.
And
Really, out of utter despair and no ideas, we plucked out a prequel to Kim's Convenience called Jung's Time, about his time in juvie, which also pretty great. So check that out. It's on YouTube, and hit that subscribe to know when we go live again. From all of us here at Wannabe Showrunners,
don't stop writing.